What would you do if the person you trusted most began sneaking out every single night? No explanations. No excuses. Just silence. Would you assume the worst? Or would you dare to find out the truth? They had been married for almost 8 years. Sarah and Daniel. To anyone looking from the outside, they seemed perfect. A cozy home. A steady routine. The kind of couple that others envied. But behind closed doors, something had shifted. Conversations at dinner had grown shorter. Laughter that once filled the house was now replaced by silence. And in Sarah's heart, a quiet worry began to grow. One evening, she noticed something strange. Daniel slipped on his coat and left. No explanation. No goodbye. Just gone into the night. At first, she brushed it off. Maybe he needs fresh air, she told herself. Maybe work is stressing him out. But then it happened again. And again. Night after night, at almost the exact same time. Her heart whispered a question she couldn't silence. Was her husband hiding something? She tried asking him. But his response only made things worse. I'm just clearing my head, he said. No warmth in his voice. His eyes avoiding hers. Sarah's mind began to race. Another woman? A secret addiction? Or something darker? The silence between them became heavier with every passing night. Finally, she decided she couldn't take it anymore. One night, when Daniel reached for his coat, Sarah waited. The moment he slipped out the door, she followed. Her footsteps were soft, her heart pounding in her chest. The streets were dimly lit. Streetlights flickered as she trailed behind him, careful not to be seen. Every sound, the crunch of gravel, the echo of her steps, made her tense. Daniel walked for nearly 20 minutes. Past their quiet neighborhood. Past the late-night shops. Until finally, he entered the park. Sarah hid in the shadows, her breath shaky. And then she saw him stop. Daniel knelt down on the ground. Her heart sank. She braced herself, terrified of what she might discover. But instead of another woman, she saw something else. A man stirred on a bench nearby. His clothes torn, his face worn from years on the street. And in that moment, Sarah froze. Daniel wasn't meeting a lover. He wasn't escaping their marriage. He was carrying food, meals from their kitchen, and leaving them for a homeless veteran who slept under the trees. Every night, Daniel had been walking into the darkness, not for himself. But for someone forgotten by the world. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Relief. Shame. And love, all at once. She had doubted the man she married, when all along, his secret was kindness. She watched as Daniel placed food gently beside the veteran, offered a bottle of water, and gave a reassuring pat on the shoulder. The man smiled faintly, whispering thanks. And Daniel turned to walk home. Sarah couldn't stay hidden any longer. She stepped out of the shadows. Daniel froze when he saw her. But instead of accusing him, she whispered softly, "I want to help too." And for the first time in months, Daniel's eyes met hers. No more secrets. No more silence. Just a new connection, deeper than before. Because not every secret in marriage is a betrayal. Sometimes, love hides in the quietest corners. In the small, selfless acts we never see, until we choose to look closer. So let me ask you. If you were Sarah, would you have followed him into the night? And more importantly, do you believe every secret deserves to be uncovered? Subscribe to Strong Marriage Secrets, for more stories that remind us what real love looks like.